Welcome everyone to Holland, Michigan, and welcome to Tulip Time in Holland, Michigan. We have another great day for another wonderful parade. The parade today is the Yangfang Johnson Controls Kinderparade, and my name is Jim DeBoer, and my co-host is
Nathan Box.
And we're glad to be here with you today. Nathan, what are you thinking about today's parade?
This is I think the absolute perfect day for a parade. Mid-60s, a little bit of a breeze out there, the weather is fabulous, and the tulips are perfect.
It is. I mean, talk about a picture-perfect year. The early tulips are up, the mid-tulips are up, the late tulips are up. It's an ideal day for the parade. In fact, the people know it because it's fairly packed here, and we're in an area that's not always so crowded, so this is great. We see some of the police coming down.
Yeah, they're 3-4 deep along the street here. Hey, before we get started, I want to make sure that we recognize all of the volunteers from the Holland AM and Noon Rotary Organization, and Barbara Ford, who are welcoming our guests to the Tulip Time Festival and in the grandstands.
Absolutely. Well, this area here, we have about 2-3 deep, but down the block, it's going to be 6 to 8 deep. I was walking in the parade yesterday with the same weather, and it's as crowded as I've ever seen it.
That's on a day like this, everybody loves to come out, loves to put their chairs out and their blankets out. We also want to remind people for Saturday's parade, there's a rule change this year. If you're going to come out and you're going to watch Saturday's parade, and the weather's going to be great for that one as well, you cannot put your chairs or blankets out on Friday evening. You got to wait until Saturday morning, so get up early, get out there 6 o'clock Saturday morning. You can put your chairs and your blankets out for the big parade Saturday afternoon.
Exactly right. There were some people that didn't see curbs, and they tripped and fell, and there were some injuries. So with the blankets, so the city made that decision.
I think that's a great idea, and I like the idea that it's consistent across the week, that it's 6 o'clock every single one of the parade days.
Exactly.
And if you're out there and you're watching right now, live streaming while you're here at the parade, make sure you pick up your things with you, take them with you when you go home, because you can't leave them out there overnight.
So we see before us here the Holland Department of Public Safety Honor Guard, and the Holland Public Safety does such an outstanding job in what they do in protecting our citizens with community policing and all that they do to serve. And look at that. That is awesome.
I want to get one of those segues. I really
do.
Oh, look at that. Doing it in formation. That's fantastic.
So the Honor Guard here provides services at basketball games and a number of special events where they have a procedure they go through with great respect. They practice that, rehearse it right before the national anthem is sung. Do a great job.
They're wonderful. And this is the parade sponsor today is Yangfang Global Automotive Interior Systems. Their mission is better life on board through superior automotive interior solutions. They bring their vision to life. They've made it their mission to be their customers' preferred partner for automotive interior solutions. They do this through their global capabilities and partnerships, imaginative and cost-effective innovations, and execution excellence.
And Yangfang purchased the business from Johnson Controls, and Johnson Controls purchased it from Prince, so there's a history here in our city.
There is. One of the biggest employers here in the city of Holland. Great to have them here. They do a lot with the automotive industry, automotive batteries, so if you're going to be out there getting yourself an electric car, you are likely going to have one of Yangfang's products there.
So coming into view here is the Holland Christian High School Band. Scott Vandenberg is their outstanding director. Scott directs both the band and the orchestra there. They have a long and proud tradition of excellence, whether it be in concert setting or on the Tulip Parade route. Nathan, you have something to say about this band?
Actually, it's going to be about the middle school band.
Oh, the middle school band.
Yep.
Okay. Well, they performed at Disney World. They performed in Detroit, Chicago, Florida, even Carnegie Hall. And check out their formation here. They're getting ready to perform here. Scott's coming into view with the tie, marching with the band. They do a great job. Here they go. Hey, Scott.
The Grand Marshals for this year's Kinderparade are a group of extraordinary students that participated in the Ottawa Area Intermediate School District Future Prep Program, riding on that antique fire truck. The Future Prep Program provides the students with opportunities throughout the summer to help local businesses solve problems. It's a great educational experience for the kids and a great cooperative partnership with lots of Holland businesses and nonprofit organizations.
You know, that Future Prep program goes all the way into the elementary schools. I was a part of it for a couple of years. It's really great training.
Oh, that's
for
great.
kids.
They moved it down to elementary as well.
And now we see our Dutch dancers. And of all the events at Tulip Time, which event do you think more people go to than any other? Nathan, I'm going to ask you this question.
As a board member, I know the answer to that. Dutch dancing is the most popular event at Tulip Time.
It is. They do just an outstanding job. And how's that new sound system working, Nathan?
We've got a fabulous new sound system downtown in Centennial Park. It's been wonderful, and we've got the music re-recorded this year, so it's a brand new music, same music they always had, brand new performance of the music. Sounds wonderful.
Now, Tulip Time had a large enough budget to pay for that entire system?
They did not. That money did not come out of Tulip Time's budget. It was all donated. All donated
great?
Money, lots of generous partners. And matter of fact, that's the Tulip Time Festival float. It's the 88th year for Tulip Time. We've got magnificent tulips. It's no wonder Holland continues to receive top honors from America in Bloom and recently named the best flower festival by USA Today.
Here is Art in Bloom poster winner Michelle Gort. My goodness, did she do a great job of that poster this year, that artwork, outstanding. She is a resident of Holland, a graduate of Kendall Design, and upon graduation participated in many state competitions, including Art Prize, and her work has appeared in exhibits throughout Western Michigan. Her art piece is called Playful Time, and it came from photos she took of tulips in full bloom along the city and tulip lanes.
Well, this is the first of our approximately 7,000 students that are going to be marching today. They're from Eagle Crest, and they are doing great lighthouses of the Netherlands. And they're followed closely by the Eagle Crest Charter Academy Band with director Chris Taylor.
Coming into view now is Fox 17, the more local news than any station in West Michigan. Watch 17 Morning News 7 days a week. And we have a Holland resident, Erica Francis, who is a great announcer on TV morning news. She gets up at 2 in the morning to begin at 4.
That's a little early for me. I'm up at 4 to be ready by 6. That's still too early as far as I'm concerned.
She did a great story the other day at West Ottawa Public Schools. She's a grad of West Ottawa, and the music teacher, the choir director, is retiring there, Pam Pearson. And so she showed up with a camera crew, walked in the middle of class, and it was just such a great surprise.
Wonderful.
Nathan, take it.
Hey, this is Macatawa Bank. They're headquartered in Holland, Michigan. Macatawa Bank offers a full range of banking, retail, commercial lending, and wealth management services. They've got branches all over the community. They're a great community partner.
Coming into view now is the Calvary Schools of Holland. Fishing is their theme. As you can see, they are carrying fishing poles, and it looks like that they've all caught fish already.
They have.
They're for students in the K-4 and through 12th grade. The Plasman campus is part of the Ambleside Schools International, based on Charles Mason's educational approach. Honoring the Dutch tradition of fishing, the students are carrying fish that have handcrafted themselves.
And it looks like they've got fish. They're on bicycles. They've even got a float following them. So they went all in for the parade today.
They did. I remember riding a bike in a parade when I grew up in Chicago. It was the coolest thing. We put cards on our spokes and made that sound.
Oh yeah,
sound.
Makes it sound like a motorcycle. Yeah, boy, they've got their floats. Looks like a big pontoon boat. So the fishing theme is carried out all the way from beginning to end.
It's a literal float.
Yep.
Float.
They're followed by the Holland Christian Middle School Band with director Matt Veenstra. The Holland Christian Middle School Band is also assisted by Mr. Scott Vandenberg. Well, they had a tragedy at Holland Christian this year just about 2 weeks ago. One of the middle school band members, Cassie Delph, passed away from a rare form of leukemia. There'll be an empty spot in the band and in their formation in honor of Cassie. And if you happen to be at the end of the parade, they're going to be playing a memorial drum cadence as they hit Collin Park. And you'll notice they've got the white ribbons in honor of Cassie Delph as well.
Way to you go, Holland Christian. Our next group that you see walking into view is the Pine Ridge Christian School. Their theme for the Kinderparade is the Flower Fantasy. Leading their parade unit are the authentic Dutch flower cart filled with potted tulips, followed by the 3rd grade waving flags and colorful flowers painted on them. Next is their 4th grade, who are ready artists carrying paint palettes, and like fields of real tulips, they want their unit to be a splash of color for all people to enjoy.
I'm amazed every year at how many students come out. They've got more than 7,000 elementary students participating in this parade, 7 different school districts that are participating. The logistical miracle that it is to get all of these kids to the beginning of the parade route, keeping them together for the 1.5 mile long parade, and then getting them all back into the buses and back to school in the afternoon.
So true. It's just a lineup of buses, and it's so well coordinated and rehearsed with 7,000 kids.
Yep.
I mean, picture that.
It is.
It's
hey,
happening.
You met somebody pretty interesting yesterday, didn't you?
Yeah, I had the opportunity when you see the sunflower here. Oh my, nice timing on that, Nathan. Vincent Van Gogh's great nephew was here. And he was here for a whole day, I believe. Mm-hmm. Wonderful opportunity to meet him. And just a super guy. He was in town talking. He wanted to talk about the sunflower, and he goes around the country raising funds for the museum in the Netherlands. In Amsterdam, there's Just Van Gogh's paintings. Just the greatest gentleman. Yeah. You met him as well.
I did. I met him yesterday at the governor's luncheon, and fittingly, Holland Christian Southside Schools is doing Dutch art. It's all Dutch artists and Dutch artwork. Their 1st grade students have made bright sunflowers to carry in this year's parade. Some of the 2nd grade students are twirling colorful streamers depicting the painting Starry Night by Van Gogh, while others twirl brightly decorated windmills depicting the Will by Van Roosendaal. For this year's festival, there are also a few other students carrying painters by former art teacher Sylvia Steelstra.
All right, coming into view now is the float. Carolyn Stitch's float. She was the 2015 Tulip Time poster artist. She has a studio right on College Avenue here in town, and she'll have tulip coloring pages available to color all through the Tulip Festival. She also has a flower pot painting class. How cool is that? Available through Tulip Time offices through the week of Tulip Time. Stop by her studio for all kinds of tulip art and merchandise. There's Carolyn right there.
Oh, there is Carolyn. We'll give her. Well, I know nothing relaxes me more than doing a coloring page. As even at my age, I don't mind sitting down with some crayons.
That is really in right now with kids. It really, I mean, when I'm talking kids, I mean high school kids.
High school kids are doing that
as
well. And
even college kids.
Yep.
This is the Holland Christian 6th grade band under the direction of Matt Veenstra, although Matt's not walking with them right now. They're made up of students from Rose Park Christian and Park Ridge Christian.
Following the band is the Holland Christian Schools. Holland Christian School is a pre-K through 12th grade school. Even at the earliest age, students discover a world around them and how they can make an impact in it. Got all the little ones on the float. That's a nice way to do it.
It is.
Keep them all together.
Next comes Holland Christian's Rose Park Dutch food. Today our students are showcasing some culinary favorites from the Netherlands. Their Dutch heritage reminds them of pig in the blankets, Dutch rusk, and imported cheese. We remember candies like the Wilhelmina peppermints, oh yeah, and Drosta chocolates, and the pastry treats of windmill cookies and almond banquet. Visitors can stop in some of Holland's specialty shops and bakeries to purchase these items or pick up a Et Smopje cookbook and make some of those treats at home. And I love all that food, Nathan.
It's all great. I actually had a tour group on Monday, and they were looking to purchase the cookbook. I even convinced some of them to purchase some rusk. And you've had rusk before?
Oh, absolutely. Strawberries. And,
They wanted to know what it was like, and I said, imagine taking the bottom of a hamburger bun and putting it in a 200-degree oven for 3 days. And comes out, it is dry as the driest toast you can possibly imagine, but whatever you put on it tastes fabulous.
So a question I have for you, when you do tours, what are the most common questions you get asked by guests?
The most common question is, because I'm wearing wooden shoes, the most common question is, do your feet hurt? And my answer to that always is terribly. The shoes are terribly, terribly comfortable.
You know, my son lives in Richmond, Virginia, and we just went there 2 weekends ago to see our granddaughter and grandson, and we happened to see his wooden shoes at the back steps. He uses them every time he walks in the backyard.
They're incredibly practical when you're going out in the backyard. Great in the mud, great out in the garden. And this is 5-star Lakeshore Real Estate. Some of the great realtors from the Hollands area. Real estate market is booming. Really important to make sure you've got a good realtor to look for that house that you want here in Holland, Michigan.
And if you choose to move to Holland, which you will want to do, you want to reach out to the real estate agencies earlier than later, because it is a very tight market right now. Lakeshore Homeschools Group is coming into view here. Dutch music is their theme. And I hear Hot Cross Buns played by a recorder here.
They're followed by the Holland Rescue Mission. Holland Rescue Mission is a local nonprofit organization that provides assistance to the homeless in Ottawa and Allegan counties through safe shelter, meals, counseling, addiction recovery, and work training programs. Thousands of lives have been changed by God through the work of the mission. In January, the mission opened its Gateway Center, where recovery program students are trained in donation processing and retail store management. Put your gently used clothing and household goods to good use by donating to HRM's Gateway Center on US 31 and 24th Street in Holland.
Here comes the Midwest Communications vehicle. Holland's radio stations are 1450 WHTC and the new 99.7 FM and 92.7 The Van. For news, talk, sports, and more, WHTC Classic Hits.
They're followed by Crown Motors. Crown Motors is a proud sponsor and the official vehicle provider of the Holland Tulip Time Festival. It's a local family-owned business. They take pride in the traditions of our community.
All right, we have another school coming into view, and if you read it, it says Vanderbilt Academy, Voyage to the New World. Vanderbilt students are depicting the Dutch settlers' trip to America. The kindergarten and first grade students are clearing blue ropes that represent their voyage across the ocean. Second and third grade students are carrying items they took them with them on the voyage. Axes, saws, wooden shoes, and tulips. The fourth graders are carrying signs that tell about their voyage to America. These kids, they just love being in a parade, man. It's so fun. Look at those smiles. And now we see the Vanderbilt Charter Academy Band. Their director is Don Havarian. Their band celebrates the 20th anniversary of serving a Holland area community. Last year, their students participated in solo ensemble and received blue and red medals.
And that's John Shea. John's riding a replica of an 1880s high-wheel bicycle. It was sometimes called a penny farthing, since its dissimilar size wheels reminded people of the two antique coins. It's also called a bone shaker because of its lack of suspension and hard rubber tires. John has ridden this bicycle in some 75 Tulip Time parades. He tried to recruit others to ride it, but no luck so far.
He's got one with me. I love that bike. So coming into view here is a Nestlings. And Nestlings is a diaper bank distributing diapers free to low-income families through its partnership with local social service organizations. It's provided 400,000 diapers to babies in need and assisted 12,000 families since they began in 2011. That is such a needed service.
That is. This is South Olive Christian. Their theme this year is Dutch agriculture. South Olive Christian is located just north of Holland in the rural farms of Holland. Our Dutch agricultural theme represents their school and neighborhoods around them, from pigs, sheep, cows, and especially chickens and their eggs. They're proud of their heritage and that their community can provide the homegrown food that sits on your table. And it looks like they're throwing the chickens in the air and got wonderful cheese as well.
Coming into view here is the Ottawa County Fair float. Wilbur goes to the fair is their little theme here. Wilbur, you can see, is the pig here on top of the barn.
That is some pig.
Located right here in Holland, Michigan. People love going to the Ottawa County Fair. Before I lived here, when we took a vacation, we went to the fair. It was great fun. It's July 24 to 29 this year. It's presented by Chemical Bank. There's the Ottawa County Fair. And now we have a little gap in the parade. So there's always a time when one group goes a little faster than the others based on speed. So we're waiting for the Holland High School Marching Dutchman Band to come into view here. And you want to invite people. It's still not too late to come down here. If you're not that far away, get on your bike, come down here. It's just stunningly gorgeous.
It is, and it's a great advice for them to take their bike down here rather than trying to navigate with an automobile. All of as I drove down here today, the side streets were getting filled up quickly. Because what families do is they drop the kids off at the beginning of the parade, and then they try to find a place to stash the car at the end of the parade so they can all get out, and all of the narrow streets are really filled up. Also a great opportunity to tell people there's still a lot more going on with Tulip Time this week. We've got activities tomorrow. There's lots of Dutch dance performances that are going on. If you're interested in going to see Vince Gill, you'd better hurry. Last I heard is there were less than about 10 tickets left, just onesies and twosies here and there. And then the big parade coming up on Saturday as well. You can find out about all of the activities that are going on during the Tulip Time Festival either at tuliptime.com. At the website, we also have a fabulous app that they can use. They can download that onto their smartphone. Jim, you've got a smartphone, I know. You can use that to find out what's going on right now and over the course of the next couple of days. And so if you're not in Holland, you're watching from somewhere else, get in your car and drive to Holland. We've got great things going on, and the weather could not be better for Tulip Time this year.
And Saturday, the parade starts at 2 like all of them do, but then later in the evening, there's fireworks, right, Nathan?
Yes, we have free fireworks display going on just after dusk, and that's one of the biggest activities that takes place during the festival. We were talking before, Dutch dancing is the most popular, followed closely by parades and the fireworks. Those are the 3 most attended events that take place during the Tulip Time Festival. Fireworks are completely free, parades are completely free, Dutch dancing is completely free. We Dutch like our cheap entertainment. And another thing to mention, if you're here for the parade today, stick around after the parade. Something new that we have going on downtown, we have the street performers. The street performers that are normally here on Thursday evenings during the course of the summer are downtown between the parade and the Dutch dancers at 7 o'clock. So stick around after the parade, watch the street performers perform, grab dinner downtown, and then watch the Dutch dancers perform at 7 o'clock.
There's something always happening, and as we see into view, something's happening in the parade again. We have the Holland High School Marching Dutchman Band coming into view here with their banner. The Holland Marching Dutchman Band is known for marching in something very unique that I don't believe there's another school in the country that does this. They march in wooden shoes. It's so amazing. When I first saw this, when we moved here 30-some years ago, I was like blown away by this. In cold weather, they wear the red knit nose warmers, and they always bow to their signature song, Tiptoe Through the Tulips. The Holland High School Marching Band has performed in the Tournament of Roses Parade twice, the Indy 500 pre-race parade 6 times, at Walt Disney World 11 times, in Disneyland twice, and Thanksgiving parades in Detroit and Chicago. The band has 3 performances each spring during Tulip Time, and the Holland High School Marching Band have also participated in performances for 4 presidents and Princess Margriet of the Netherlands.
Yeah, my wife was in this band. She got to march in Ronald Reagan's 2nd inaugural parade. They flew the entire band out to Washington, D.C. to perform, and then it rained, so they took them all to Disney World, and they performed at Disney World instead.
Oh, that's so cool. So you can hear their signature song. There's Demetrius White, their director, running up ahead. And there's the classic red wooden shoe for the Dutch that your nephew used to ride in.
My nephew rode in that for many, many years, rode in that at the head of the parade.
Who's now graduating from college, and I'm not sure he'd fit anymore.
I think he'd still like to ride it, though, if they'd let him.
Now Holland High plays that signature song, but they also have a second song that they play, they intersperse between. That band's getting longer.
It is. This is
in other years. It's getting larger. Demetrius is doing a great job, Mr. White, with that program, the Holland High Band. Very strong program.
Well, they'll march in all 3 parades today. And one of the things that a lot of people don't realize is some of these kids will march multiple times in Saturday's parade.
Sure.
They'll march as part of the band. They'll come back and they'll march as a Dutch dancer. And if their sports team has been, say, a state champion, which happens a lot here in Holland, Michigan, they'll come back a 3rd time. Saturday's parade route is 2.5 miles long. They may put in over 7 miles of parade marching in one day.
Yeah, and even the directors, they'll walk with one group and then they'll hustle back to get with another group that's later on in the parade route. Coming into view here is Jefferson Schools, part of the Holland Public School system. Their theme is tulips, from bulb to bloom. They are a K-7 school, and as you know, Tulip is the star attraction. And Jefferson's 1st through 5th graders are celebrating the stages of the tulip's growth.
Now, Jim, I got a question for you. Their theme is tulips bulb to bloom. How long does it take to get a tulip from seed to bloom?
From seed to bloom. I'm going to say 3 years.
You're close. 21 years to go from a seed to a full blooming tulip. So you almost never see anybody planting a tulip seed. It's all the propagation of the bulb. So when you said bulb to bloom, my immediate thought was, I don't want to wait 21 years to get this school all the way through.
No. Great teachers serving our students.
Yep.
Now coming into view here is Holland Public Heights School on the east side of town. Their theme is Dutch Mother Goose. Their principal is Kevin Durr. They do a great job. You will see that some of the more familiar nursery rhymes have been creatively adapted from the storybook words. Teachers in the shoe. There's Mr. Durr. Good to see him. And they're carrying a Be Nice banner, which is a theme that the school has. On a certain day of the week, they will celebrate that, being kind to each other. And teachers will wear the shirt. And I used to teach at this school, so you'll see some kids that still remember the old man. There's Mrs. Dixon's class.
You know, Jim, every time these students walk by, I'm reminded how popular you are.
I thought they would have forgot about me.
I don't think they have. I don't think they have.
Oh, that's great. The teachers are spraying them down with water. They love it.
Yeah, the temperature's in the mid-60s, but boy, you're walking along the parade route, it does get warm, especially in the Dutch costumes.
It's a beautiful sun.
Dutch costumes usually have multiple layers. They get the dark colors. The kids can get really warm walking down the parade route.
The butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker. This here comes the 5th grade and 4th grade. And this is the Holland Public Language Academy. This was the first actually school building Holland Public had, Vanderbilt School that they're at, but it's called the Dutch Academy, and they speak Spanish here. 90% of the delivery of the language at this building is in Spanish.
Oh, that's great.
Parents love this for the education of their students. The students are a great group of kids. Hola!
They're carrying illustrations of common items along with their corresponding speech bubbles. So if you look closely, you can learn the language as they're going by. The Holland Language Academy serves grades K-7 and is located in that former Vanderbilt School. My mom went to Vanderbilt School. And they're followed by the Holland Public Schools 6th and 7th grade band with their director, Bethany Van Oss. Let's listen to the band. Next up is Holland Public Schools East with Dutch connections to the world. Students are carrying pinwheels representing Michigan's beloved windmill De Zwaan. De Zwaan means the swan in Dutch, and it was a gift to our city from the Netherlands. They're also carrying Delft plates. The 3rd graders are celebrating our favorite flower, the tulip. Of course they've got the tulip. Representations, you'll see representations of Dutch cheeses, Gouda, and Edam. And the 5th graders from East are dressed in lab coats and carrying telescopes honoring the work of the Dutch inventor Hans Lippershey. Did you know that Hans Lippershey invented the telescope?
No.
Yep, I did not know that
new.
either. I learned something new every year in this parade.
That's great. If you could hear that, they said, "Welcome to Tulip Time." And that's what we are all about doing. The queen of this festival is, what's her name?
The Tulip.
The Tulip.
The Tulip has always been our queen.
Now coming into view very shortly is Holland Public West. And Holland West is a K-7 school, and they represent Dutch literature. Their principal is Kathleen Ramirez. She does a great job leading that school. It's great to see these guys. I haven't seen them for a while. Used to teach at the building, and great, outstanding school. Here comes the 5th grade. Marcia Hildebrand and Cherith Witters are here with their students. Great to see you all.
Some of the students are carrying waves and wooden shoe boats. Students are looking for their famous ghost ship, the Flying Dutchman. In fact, Jim, I bet you knew this. What's the mascot of Hope College here in Holland, Michigan?
It's Flying Dutch.
That would be the Flying Dutchman. You're exactly right. It's great to see the kids out here. Lots of teachers, lots of parents
Great
as well.
to see you guys. Oh, the kids get pumped. Good to see you guys.
Following them is Holland High School Theater. They're performing Suds during the Tulip Time Festival. They are a 19-time state theater champion in Michigan, and they produce 5 full productions a year. They're directed by the Michigan Theater Hall of Fame director, Kevin Schneider. Their production of the musical Suds sends us back to the 1960s in this hilarious musical comedy produced in cooperation with Tulip Time. And those are amphicars. Those cars are actually boats as well. I can take those right down to the lake, drive them right into the water.
Can recognize some of my former students dressed up and made up a little differently, but it's very cool. Next you see coming into view here is Climb Aboard the Imagination Center. It's a non-profit, accredited child care center that's committed to providing world-class care for the community of Holland and Zeeland.
And they're followed by the second vehicle from Crown Motors. Again, it's a proud sponsor of the Tulip Time Festival. They've been serving West Michigan for over 30 years. Their dealerships have been awarded the top 101 best companies to work for and best of West Michigan 5 years running.
And now you see soon Corpus Christi schools. For more than 400 years, Amsterdam has been known as the City of Diamonds, and that's their focus today as the theme, Diamonds of Amsterdam, the capital of the Netherlands. They want to reflect the light of Jesus Christ. Corpus Christi Catholic Schools welcomes all children and enriches their knowledge and nurtures their faith and builds character. And
I get it. They've got little signs with carrots on them. Carrots for diamonds.
Ah.
That's great. They
great.
brought not only all of the students, they were carrying out their theme, but they've got a float with them as well. It's always nice to see more floats in the parade over the course of the year. Remember, all of these bands that we've got playing today, these are all local bands. That's another one of the questions that I get with my tour groups is they say, where do you get all of the bands? And I said, they're all from within about 15 miles of Holland.
Exactly. But on Saturday, that changes because Saturday bands come from out of state.
Yes, we get bands from all over the country on Saturday, but today and yesterday's parade, all local bands. And coming up into view, this is the Lakeshore Middle School 8th grade band. Their director is Brian Ambrose, assisted by Ian Noslevich.
Coming into view here is Randy's Carpet Care vehicle, voted best of the best by readers of the Holland Sentinel for 14 years. Randy's Carpet Care has been proud to serve West Michigan since 1980. Trust Randy's for carpet and upholstery cleaning, as well as floodwater removal and mold remediation. Boy, I don't want to have that in my house, but they'll help fix it if you have it.
And they're followed by Wellspring Lutheran Services. Their hope flows through them. They're a foster care agency serving West Michigan. They believe every child deserves a loving family to care for them unconditionally, and they're committed to finding families that are passionate about meeting this need. Visit WeNeedFosterParents.com for more information.
And again, we want to thank Yang Fang and Johnson Controls for sponsoring this 2017 Kinderparade. We appreciate your support. Coming into view here is West Ottawa Woodside Keukenhof. The Keukenhof is a flower exhibition in the Netherlands, which is one of the largest in the world. It could be the largest. Nathan,
I think it is the largest in the world. I was there one day, and they had just finished up with the flower market, so I saw a big empty warehouse. It was a very big warehouse.
I want to see that festival sometime. My parents went there years ago, and it's quite amazing. 60-acre park.
60 acres. They're followed by West Ottawa Wakazoo with Sinterklaas. In the Netherlands, St. Nicholas is called Sinterklaas. Wakazoo is celebrating the time when Sinterklaas comes to the Netherlands on a steamboat from Spain. He brings with him presents to all of the children and adults. Sinterklaas generally rides his white horse over the rooftops, listening at the chimneys to hear if the children have been good. If so, he puts goodies into the children's wooden shoes. Oh, there's the white horse for Sinterklaas.
Oh, there it is. So at Christmas time, you'll see the real white horse. And I don't know if you'll see the real Sinterklaas, but someone's dressed up like him.
Sinterklaas did just go past us a few minutes ago.
And in December, Sinterklaas will leave from the Civic Center and go to Centennial Park, where there'll be a celebration every year. It's a great deal of fun. Coming into view here is the West Ottawa Mac Bay 7th and 8th grade band. Heidi Konjorski and Whitney Bernard are directors. The band's comprised of 7th and 8th graders, Macatawa Bay School in Holland. Let's listen.
Next up is West Ottawa Lakewood with Tulips Are Blooming. Lakewood Elementary is a place where students learn to be college, career, and life ready. Lakewood's a school with a history of excellence. They have experienced teachers, dedicated staff, involved parents, and community volunteers, all there to establish a safe and caring environment. Lakewood's SAIL program, Students Accelerated in Learning, provides different learning experiences for students in 3rd through 5th grade who need accelerated curriculum. And Lakewood offers an advanced math class in the 5th grade.
You know, I see West Ottawa schools. I think of one of the men that provided service for many years behind this microphone, Frank Cry, who I have not seen for a little bit, but
I have not either. Frank was my mentor in this program.
Exactly.
Was also taught me everything I know about being a tour guide in Holland, Michigan. Frank is an institution in this town.
He's one of the nicest people you could ever get to know. Just class personification, outstanding educator. Worked for Hope College too, with placing students in the area. And coming into view is Pine Creek, and their concept and focus this year is the King's birthday. West Ottawa has 8 elementary schools.
Wow. They were a year or two ago. I got caught in the morning as they were getting the buses ready. 34 West Ottawa school buses passed me that had just dropped off kids for this parade. 34 busloads of children.
Here is the West Ottawa Harbor Lights Middle School Band. They combine their 7th and 8th grades together. Whitney Brainerd and Heidi Konjorski are their directors. Let's listen to them do Crazy Train or Traffic Jam.
Oh, this is definitely Crazy Train.
All right, we're coming into view here is the West Ottawa Lakeshore Elfstedentocht. Elfstedentocht is the Dutch word for 11 Towns Race.
I want to hear that again. What was the name of that one, Jim?
Elfstedentocht.
I think that was
believe.
I think that was perfect.
An ice skating race, which was held with participants racing through 11 towns for a distance of 125 miles. Oh my. Lakeshore Schools recreates this race with students using rollerblades. Students will be participating as townspeople from the town as race starters sell hot chocolate or pea soup to the racers, or participating as one of the camera crew by the finish line. So they have all different cities, and it says how many kilometers to go.
It's kind of like the Iditarod of the Netherlands.
Exactly, which Holland has something similar. At least we have in the past.
Oh, we do. We do a fall bike tour it's part of the Tulip Time Festival. Actually sponsors that, and we go from province to province or little community to little community because all of the cities surrounding Holland are mirrored after settlements in the Netherlands.
Exactly. And some of the people from the Netherlands that I talked to yesterday, the ambassador and the consul, really loved seeing all these cities. They took a tour and they went to the different cities.
Oh, that's great.
It was fun to see.
I don't want to miss. This is West Ottawa North and North Holland. Their theme is May Day this year. May Day is the 1st of May, obviously, and they're followed by West Ottawa Sheldon Woods, and then the West Ottawa High School Marching Band with directors Mike Heyman and Jay Gainforth. The West Ottawa High School Marching Band it's been another great year for them. They've received straight ones in Wind Symphony and received first division rating overall at the State High School Festival this year. Let's listen to them play. Coming into view is West Ottawa Great Lakes Festival Mundial. Together we are one is the motto for Festival Mundial, which takes place in Tilburg in the Netherlands. The focus is on celebrating cultures from all corners of the globe. Boy, are they enthusiastic kids. The flags represent the many countries of our world. There are 150 Great Lakes students and adults joining them in the parade this year. And they're followed by West Ottawa Great Lakes with Festival Mondial. Together we are one is the model of this festival. This is the West Ottawa Education Association. They're sponsored by and the West Ottawa Public Schools, and they sponsor the Bookmobile, which is celebrating its 42nd anniversary. How wonderful is that? They go around the community with the bus, and kids can go and borrow a book. It's like a traveling library. 10 books you have to read, and you get to sign the back of the bus. What a deal. 40 years she's been doing it. Amazing. What a great service to our community and our children. Yay. Sponsored by the teachers of West Ottawa. And they're followed by Reliable Sport and Billiards. At Reliable Sport and Billiards, all they sell is family fun. And I think we're going to see a nice little show coming up with all of the different equipment that they sell right there on River Avenue in Holland, Michigan. They've been serving Holland for over 85 years, selling motorcycles and pool tables and skis and anything you want to do to have a good time outside. You can get that at Reliable.
I love all their fun stuff. I want to be on those vehicles right now. How fun is that?
Oh, and this is the Holland Hockey Association. Their mission is to teach the art of skating to all of their participants. Players and their parents will be instructed in the fundamentals of ice hockey, and they consistently strive to instill the necessary attitudes for team spirit and sportsmanship.
Here's the Holland Community Aquatic Center. They provide a variety of swimming instruction, athletic competition, family recreation, and aquatic wellness opportunities to Holland and the greater West Michigan area. And the pool is of such excellence that we have numerous competitions statewide at the pool and district-wide for swimming. It's just an outstanding resource for our city. Coming into view is Creekside Middle School, which is part of Zeeland Public Schools. Nicole Byer is their conductor and director. They're a combined talented 7th and 8th grade middle school band of 136 students. How'd you like that for a class size, Nathan? 136.
Wow. No, thank you.
They had the honor of playing the anthem at the Griffins game. Let's listen to them as they go by.
Next up is West Michigan Bike and Fitness. They began serving cyclists back in 1938, and when you combine the company's more than 75 years in the bike industry with the hundreds of years of bicycle shop experience, their employees provide you with a knowledge base that is second to none.
And this is Local Links, which is new. It's a free app that you can get on your phone. Shop local, save some money. I actually put it on my phone recently, and you get updates every so often when there's special deals in the area.
I'm gonna have to take advantage of that.
It's free on the App Store and in Google Play. Download and start saving today.
Yeah, this is the Hope Network Development Center. They provide valuable work skills, training to individuals with a variety of disabilities and barriers to employment. Their goal is to provide a continuum of vocational skills and support to an individual as they transition from learning basic work skills to maintaining a job in our community.
And now coming into view is the Zeeland Middle School 7th and 8th grade band. I taught music in Zeeland Public for about 10 years, and it's a great school district as well. Another Dutch name for a neighboring city, Zeeland in the Netherlands. But their director here of this middle school band is Aaron Good. Jill Mewson is one of their musical assistants. She also accompanies their choir. And the members of the city middle school band enjoy music at school in their community. They performed the national anthem at the Griffins game this year. Several students were members of the all-state band. Let's listen to them as they go by.
Up next, I think, Jim, this is my new favorite in the parade. This is Elzinga and Volker's Construction Professionals. They're a leading provider in construction management services, serving clients nationwide since 1945. They have these new power drivable wooden shoes.
Brand new this year. So cool.
These are fantastic.
Made of wood and fiberglass. They just look amazing. I want to get in one, Nathan. It is so cool.
I know. I think I need one of those to drive around town. I really do. Hey, they're followed by the American Cancer Society. They're proud to be represented by both Relay for Life and Making Strides Against Breast Cancer. The American Cancer Society is the nationwide community-based voluntary health organization dedicated to eliminating cancer as a major health problem.
Following them is Lakeshore Family Chiropractic. Their mission is to improve lives and relationships. They've partnered with the American Cancer Society and were able to donate $16,000 to them and the goal of $20,000 this year.
Did you notice the spine that was riding in the back of the Jeep there? No, they had just a spine riding in the back of the Jeep. That's awfully nice. Hey, this is Crown Motors. This is the third vehicle they have in the parade. And remember, they're one of the top 101 best companies to work for and Best of West Michigan 5 years running. Come visit any one of their 5 Holland locations and experience value beyond price.
And coming into view here is the Holland Civic Theater, a wonderful place just a block away from here that's celebrating 56 years of entertainment to the Holland area. Their mission is to encourage performing arts through education and production of theater. They do regular performances all throughout the year, not just summertime like Holland Repertory Theater, but all year long. If you are interested in theater and you want to participate, contact the Holland Civic Theater. They'd love to have you be a part of their organization.
Yeah, I think this year's program is Steel Magnolias. Oh, and here's Mosquito Squad of West Michigan and Grand Rapids. They're one of the fastest growing companies with more than 100 franchises across the country. Mosquito Squad is the largest mosquito and tick elimination firm in the nation.
This is the Zeeland High School Marching Band with their director Keith Walker, who told me yesterday that he has marched 98 times.
Wow.
Amazing. They do an excellent job. Let's listen to them as they go by. Is sporting new uniforms. You know what an average band uniform costs, a new one?
I have no idea.
About $350.
Wow, that's a lot of uniforms at $350
It
a piece.
is a very expensive deal.
Hey, this is coming into view as Bowerman Blueberries. Bowerman has been in the business since 1954, growing fresh blueberries, strawberries, and veggies. Their farm market makes some of the best blueberry donuts in the area, and that is true. We offer you pick and already picked berries at their market. Their market also offers pies, muffins, fruit smoothies, ice cream, preserves, and a whole lot more. Bowerman Blueberries, quality, fresh, and local.
And right behind them is Casa del Rey. It's a bilingual church located at 238 West 15th in Holland. They've recently moved to this new location to partner with New Community Fourth Reformed Church in an outreach to the community where they go to school and worship.
And they're followed by Century 21 affiliated. They're the leading Century 21 franchise in the world. Century 21 affiliated Holland provides first-rate real estate services in the Holland, Michigan area. And as we were saying earlier, it is really important to have a good realtor these days.
It is.
The market is booming. If you're going to find the house that you want, you better make sure that you've got a realtor on your side.
You got it. And right in back of them, coming into view, is the Borculo Christian School Band. It's a very small school, a Christian school. They're providing a Christ-centered education. Let's listen as they walk by.
They're followed by the African American Awareness and Development Organization. Their mission is to enhance cultural awareness of the African American community through leadership development, with a special focus on self-esteem, academic success, college preparation, and job readiness for youth.
And as you see them doing their kata, this is the Chan's Martial Arts Group, which is a karate organization. If you are interested in learning self-defense, this is a place to look into in the city of Holland. Chan's Martial Arts is very popular.
Great program for discipline and organization and clear thinking. My kids never did martial arts, but I know folks who did and said it did great things for their kids.
I took some classes in it back in the day when they literally would run on our stomachs to tighten them muscles up. So
hey, that noise means this is the Rotary Club of Holland, Michigan. The mission of Rotary Club is creating world peace one person at a time. The club's global projects include sponsoring year-long student exchanges for foreign countries, working toward clean water for the citizens of the world, eradicating polio worldwide, the building of public toilet facilities in Ethiopia, and sponsoring a farming project in Kenya.
And here in view is the Ottawa Area Intermediate School District peer-to-peer program. And they're right in back of the Rotary float. They involve general education peers who model typical academic and social behavior in educational environments throughout the school day. Peers provide support for students with autism spectrum disorder to promote independence and socialization. Teaching peers interact with and support their peers by increasing social and learning opportunities within the natural environment. Very good organization.
It is. It is. And right behind them, this is, again, one of my favorite groups to see every year in the parade. This is the Ottawa Area Intermediate School District. Oh, nope, this is the Ottawa Area Center, I'm sorry. And they're doing Tulips to Wooden Shoes. The Ottawa Area Center is a school that serves students with physical and mental impairments and provides them with adaptive instruction to enhance their life. The students enjoy the excitement of participating in the Kinderparade. They enjoy wearing their Dutch costumes and hearing the cheering from the parade spectators. So spectators, make sure you cheer as they go by.
Absolutely.
They've got their school mascot, Ollie the Owl, joining them, and this is their 24th year participating. My wife is an adapted physical education teacher. She did student teaching at the Ottawa Area Center. These are fabulous parents, students, and teachers. So many great life skills that they learn there, so much work done with these kids, and it is an absolute joy for these kids, one, for us to see them here, and two, for them to participate in the parade.
It's so wonderful. I used to take high school choirs to Ottawa Area Center to sing for students and for them to sing for us and participate in some way, and it was just to see the dedication of the teachers and the love that they pour and show to these students is just remarkable. I'm just so impressed.
Yeah, we hear every year during the festival when we're doing the organizing, people wanting to know if the Ottawa Area Center is going to be in the parade. Definitely are. One of the questions we get too is, why don't we put them at the beginning of the parade? Why do we have them at the end? They request being at the end of the parade. They would prefer to be at the end, just the timing of getting all of the kids here. There's a lot of logistical work that needs to be done to get all of these kids here and get them ready, and so they always ask us to make sure that they're here at the end of the parade. So we like to honor that request. And I see Ollie the Owl coming down the street. That's their mascot.
That's such an inspiration, and the dedication level there is just outstanding. So, Ollie, you're looking good.
Ollie is looking good. It's a good day to be an owl in Holland, Michigan. Beautiful sunny day.
And here's the float. There are not many people on it because most of the people are in front of the float.
Yep.
Ottawa Area Intermediate School District, part of the larger public school districts in this area of Ottawa County. And coming into view here is the Zeeland Christian Middle School Band. From Zeeland, this is, I believe, the 6th, 7th, and 8th grade band from Zeeland. They combined the two middle schools together for this band. And I see some flashing lights in back of them. That could signal possibly the end of the parade.
I think it is. I think it is. One of the other things we do in the ordering of the bands is that we rotate them around, whether they get first or middle or near the end. I think they drew the short straw this year, and Zeeland Christian Middle School got to go follow up at the end of the parade when they've got everybody's attention. Well, let's listen to them play.
the parade, we see Holland's public safety again at the front end with the police, at the back with the fire department. Do such a great job protecting our citizens. I'm thrilled to live in the actual city of Holland when I know there's only minutes if there's an issue that I'll have somebody at my door.
You will, you will. And Jim, this is another great day for a parade. I want to take one more opportunity to thank Yang Fang and Johnson Controls as our parade sponsors today. Also want to thank Julie Rock. She was the parade coordinator. She was the chairperson for today's parade. Countless hours of volunteers put in. We've got all kinds of parade marshals out there. You see the folks out there in the green shirts helping out. Also the AM and noon Rotary that were here today helping us make this parade a success.
Yes, and if you're watching this live, you may want to watch TV tonight at 6:30, where Lester Holt on NBC News will be featuring a segment on Tulip Time tonight.
He will. This is, you know, it's the Inspiring Stories moment on NBC News, and they picked Holland, Michigan. They were here for 4.5 hours doing interviews. I hear they condensed that 4.5 hours down to 2 minutes.
Exactly. So watch it tonight on NBC at 6:30 this evening. But it was a great day, Nathan. It was great fun being here together.
It's wonderful to do it again. I can't wait to do it again next year. We've got another parade coming up on Saturday. Saturday afternoon is the Parade of Bands, the Musique Parade. We'll make sure that you're here. And if you get a chance, if you're from out of town, get in your car now, drive over to Holland. The tulips are fantastic.
Yeah, this is the year to come. I mean, tulips are in their glory. The Queen is having fun. So come on down to Holland. And again, thank you so much for watching the parade today, and enjoy Holland, Michigan.
Right.